Hello, my name is Colin Davis, and I am the head of art at Sir William Romney's. And I'm going to talk to you for the next 5 minutes or so about why art might be a good option for you at GCSE. So, the first thing I should say is that art, craft, and design is the name of the course. It's very similar to what the students are learning in their art lessons at the moment. The exam board is the AQA. One of the strengths of the GCSE Art course is the variety of the course. The students really enjoy this because there are lots of different media being used within lots of different art lessons. They may be using photography one week and then drawing the next. Then we move on to printing and things like that. Later on in the term, we use clay and the students make clay pots. So one of the things that the students really enjoy is the variety in their lessons. Unlike a lot of GCSE subjects, in art, the students have some degree of choice over what direction they take their projects in. And that's uncommon in some other subjects. So the students also enjoy the freedom that they get within the subject. For example, the second project that is done later in year 10, I will introduce 7 starting points to the students, and they get to choose which starting point interests them the most. And that might be different to someone else. So we might have some students in the art class that have chosen a project that leans more towards portraiture. There might be some students in the lesson that have gone in a different direction and are looking at landscape paintings. Some others might look at still life drawings, and others might be looking at different things such as street art and things like that. So there is a degree of freedom, and the students also enjoy the course because of that. Another thing is it's accessible for all. It's not just for the students that are the most talented in the school. I want students to pick the subject if they enjoy the subject and they want to continue it at GCSE. The projects are cleverly designed to support the students who need the support, and obviously the art teacher will be there to support and scaffold the student as well. And then the projects will also challenge the upper ability students and encourage them to take risks in terms of achieving the highest marks possible. There's a preconceived idea that art is very, very difficult at GCSE and there's a lot of work involved. And to some extent, I would agree, there is work involved at GCSE, but there are positives to that. For example, the majority of the art GCSE is achieved in lesson time, and that is a real strength because the art teacher is there to advise the student and direct them and steer them, so they will get that support as they are building up their GCSE. And this is throughout their coursework. There is homework involved, and homework is important, and that will contribute towards their GCSE grades. So their homework will need to be done to the best of their ability. But to make it more manageable, the homework is split into more manageable stages and chunks. So rather than a student being expected to produce a piece of work over several hours in a week, that piece of work might be split over several homeworks instead to make it more manageable. You don't have to want a creative career or a career within art in the future to choose art at GCSE. It may be because you enjoy the subject and you're enjoying your lessons at the moment and you want to continue it. It may also be because you are doing well in the subject and you want to continue it because you are being successful. GCSE Art does a lot more than just give you art skills. It also gives you very valuable life skills that you can use anywhere. You can use them in other lessons in school, but also outside of school. They can be considered life skills. So the things I'm talking about are resilience, self-confidence, creativity, patience, self-expression, and well-being. These types of skills can be used anywhere. However, if you do want an art career, this course is very broad And any of these careers that are listed on the PowerPoint here will be probably as a starting point taking this GCSE Art course in year 10 and 11. And then further on in terms of sixth form and college, that is when you start to specialize a little bit more in certain areas, for example, 3D or photography or fine art and things like that. So this course is really suitable if you do want an art career because it's so broad and it does encompass so many different skills and so much different media. And it's also very popular. The course is popular. Lots of students choose the course. Between a third and half of students in each year group choose art at GCSE. And I think that really shows you how enjoyable they find the art course. And then what does GCSE Art consist of? Just very quickly, there is 60% coursework and students do 2 projects. These start right in September in year 10 and they stretch over into year 11, and we use lesson time to do that. Homeworks are also included in that. Each project consists of a sketchbook and a final piece. And then in year 11, the students will do an exam project. So the real strength of the course is also that it doesn't all rest on this final exam at the end, and the entire grade just rests on how you perform in the exam. It's an exam project, so actually students use lesson time leading up to the exam to plan and prepare a sketchbook with lots of research and experimentation within it. And then the students can take that sketchbook into the exam with them and use the sketchbook to help them to create their final piece. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you consider GCSE Art as one of your options. Thank you.